The impressive Texas Motor Speedway is the second largest sporting complex in the U.S., seating 154,000 fans. This 1.5-mile high-banked oval is the only track to be visited twice a season by the IRL. The length, width, and high banking of the track leads to plenty of closely packed high-speed racing, with cars reaching 220 miles an hour and pulling up to 4 Gs in the corners. Cars running here use the low downforce Speedway wing configuration. Texas is one of the most exciting tracks to race on and ranks as many of the IRL drivers' favorite circuit. It also leads to some very close finishes. The first 2002 race at Texas led to Jeff Ward's record-breaking finishing margin of just over 11/100ths of a second. Be careful though, because the track surface is bumpy, and at these speeds a small mistake or a momentary lapse in concentration can lead to disaster.
Yes, hello guys, and welcome back to IndyCar series for the Texas Indy 75. So, yeah, we didn't do too bad at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway last time out. I think, what was it, we finished we finished in the top 10, 9th, I think. So yeah, here we are at Texas, the first of 2 visits here this season. So, yeah, we're just going to get qualifying underway, and I'll see you down for the starting grid. So here is your starting lineup. On row 1 it's ourselves getting our first pole position of the season and Eddie Cheever Jr. Row 2 is Laurent Radon and Al Unser Jr. Starting on row 3 Shigeki Hattori and Helio Castroneves. On row 4 is Ayrton Dare and Jeff Ward. Starting on row 5 it's Billy Boat and Buddy Lazier. On row 6 it's George Mack, good qualifying for him and Sam Hornish Jr. Row 7 is Robbie Buell and Richie Hearn. On row 8, Gilles de Ferran and Alex Barron, poor qualifying for the Penske team. Row 9 is Scott Sharp and Sarah Fisher. Starting on row 10 is Rick Treadway and Felipe Giafone. On row 11, Ari Luyendyk and Buddy Rice. And on the final row of the grid, 23rd is Tony Renna and 24th, Jack Lazier. Alrighty then, so we're going to stick the weight jacker all the way up. We're going to put our fuel mixture all the way up as well. And yeah, what a blistering lap in qualifying, 224.8 miles an hour. I think the nearest place to us was only 218 miles an hour. That was the second position. But we are now the unofficial pace car as we slowly pick up speed. And the Texas Indy 75 is underway.
The pits are now open. Green flag is out. Go, go, go. Car on your right side. Outside. Still there. Outside. Outside. Still there. Outside. You're clear.
It's going to be very tense for the first couple of laps. Just got to keep it steady though.
Car outside. Outside. Clear.
They're going to try it. No chance at the moment though. We're going to have to make a slight wing adjustment when we go into the pits. We're going to go in... keep off the apron. We're going to go in fairly early, actually. Around about lap 10. Just so we can get a jump on the rest of the field, and then we can have enough fuel for the rest of the race. And, yeah, do that slight wing adjustment as well, because... Oh, and someone is very slow in the dogleg. Hopefully that shouldn't cause any concern for the cars coming up behind. And another car as well, what on earth?
On your right side. You've entered your pit window. Outside.
Okay, so we'll just stay in the draft at the moment. So yeah, a couple of cars getting into some trouble. Not replay worthy though, because the caution has not come out yet.
Outside. That was your best lap so far.
And here comes the Penske machines of Castroneves. Or Gilles de Ferran. Is that a 6 or a 3? It is a 3, so that is Castroneves. Just going to go back on the inside.
Still there, clear. The yellow flag is out.
And the caution's out already.
Pit as soon as they open. Hornish is out of the race. Pit as soon as they open. Renna is out of the race. Jacques Lazier is out of the race.
Okay, so 3 cars are out of the race, including Sam Hornish Jr. He was one of the main title contenders for this season. So we managed 5 laps before the first caution. I think the cars that were slow on the apron may have contributed to that, but no worries. We are in 4th position but this should give us a massive opportunity to go into the pits and to do the wing adjustment and to stock up on some fuel and be good to go for the rest of the race. So what I'll do then, I will skip the caution period and I will see you for the restart.
Green flag this time by.
Okay, so you heard that the green flag is next time. We've gone into the pits, so the pits did open, and I am just going to stock up on fuel so we'll have enough for the rest of the race if we run on rich mix. So yeah, quite a nasty incident, that one. A lot of cars getting airborne. So yeah, hopefully you should be out of the pits, be up to speed before the rest of the cars take the green flag. And we have 44 laps of fuel, and there's actually 42 laps remaining, so we've got plenty for the rest of the race. Cheever, Unser, and Radon, the top 3 thus far. The green flag should come out just as I come off the apron. I'm down in 18th place. And there we go. And no, the green flag hasn't come out, so I believe that everyone else has indeed gone into the pits.
Green flag, green flag.
But there we go, green flag is out, and yes, everyone is in the pits. And we are in the lead, so that is how we make a jump.
You're now in first place.
Yes, we are indeed. So yeah, a bit of a weird accident, that one. Sam Hornish Jr. just loses it on his own. And everyone else, unfortunately, couldn't get out of his way. But not to worry, it looks like this might be a good win for us. We're coming up to lap some cars. Yeah, we have taken first place, you said that already. And yeah, everyone else is only just coming out of the pits now, so it looks like we could leapfrog Castroneves in the points championship this round, because he did qualify quite poorly, along with his teammate Gilles de Ferran. So,
your front right suspension and your cooling system is in bad shape. We can fix that damage, but we need you in the pit now.
That wasn't ideal, just a slight brush of the wall and it's well, not destroyed, it's damaged our cooling and suspension. But not to worry, we are miles ahead of second place at the moment. Just stay in the draft, keep it in 6th gear, drop it down into 4th as we come off turn number 4 into the dog leg.
Best lap so far.
And we'll just keep it low. Still got 40 laps worth of fuel, 38 laps remaining, so we've got plenty to last for the race.
Outside, still there, still there, still there. You're clear. Car outside, outside, outside.
We've got a car on the outside apparently. And that would be one of the Penske cars. That is Castroneves, who I've lapped, and he's trying to unlap himself.
Car outside, outside, still there, outside, outside. You're clear. Car on your right side, still there, outside, still there, outside.
Nice, just keeping it low on the apron. Ooh, just a tad on the grass there. I didn't want to do that. Lose a bit of grip. But not to worry, I'm just going to keep it in 5th gear for now, even though we can go up into 6th to give us a bit more speed. We'll just have a bit more torque coming out of the corners if we keep it in 5th, because we can stay in 5th in the corners anyway. And we are basically having a slight advantage because of that.
Car in front is the back marker. That was your best lap so far.
Oh, and they're getting hung up on each other.
Outside, outside, still there, outside, still there, outside, still there, outside,
Ooh,
clear.
Didn't want to do that. I just caught one of the bumps there. Took some of the air off the front.
That was your best lap so far.
And I had a bit of understeer.
Still there, outside,
Surprising that we're still doing like 220 mile an hour laps with damaged suspension and cooling. And a puff of smoke there. I don't know who that was from.
Car outside, clear. Car outside, still there.
Okay,
outside,
should be able to get
outside,
past. Not quite.
Outside, clear.
And we got another car, that is the other Penske car of Gilles de Ferran coming up behind. Yeah, there he is. He also wants to unlap himself. Ooh. Keep it off the apron.
Outside, still there, outside, 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 clear.
And that is the worry when they slow down in the corners. We are 3 wide almost. That was incredibly dicey. And another car is very slow on the apron, so we might get another caution.
Sharp. Car on your right side, clear. Car on your right side, outside, clear.
We're still green at the moment though, so don't have to worry just yet.
Still there, outside, clear. Car on your right side, clear. Car outside, 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 still there. Outside,
me and de Ferran sharing the draft.
Outside, still there, outside, outside, still there, you're clear.
Okay, we're clear of de Ferran. Staying up with this car in front. Just going to share his draft, like I said.
Car on your left side, inside, clear. Car inside, 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 still there, inside, still there, you're clear.
And we're clear. So Scott Sharp is coming up behind, apparently, and another car very slow on the apron. De Ferran almost goes straight into him.
Car outside, still there, outside, outside, outside.
Nicely done.
Clear. Your electronics is in bad.
Ah!
We can fix that damage, but we need
Just slightly tapped the wall again. That's alright, we're still 2 seconds ahead of Scott Sharp. Actually, no, we're 22 seconds ahead of Scott Sharp. I apologise. Or whoever's in second. Castroneves actually is in second place.
Right side. You're clear.
So we have a 20-odd second advantage. Castroneves has got past Scott Sharp, but he isn't that far ahead actually. He's only in front because he passed us just now. That is them in front there. You can just see him going around turns 3 and 4.
Still there.
De Ferran.
Outside. Still there. Still there. Still there. You're clear.
Okay, not too bad. Yeah, that wall going through the dog leg is a bit of a weird one. Your car does tend to bottom out and get a bit loose just as you go into the corner, and it feels like you're floating. You lose a bit all steering, and you don't have to hit the wall hard, but the wall does come at you at some speed, and it does do a little bit of damage. As you can see, it hasn't done too much damage where it's disabling the car. We can still race quite comfortably with the slight suspension damage and the cooling damage. As you can see, we're still sharing a draft. It's not doing any problem at all, and a lot of cars slow on the apron. That is going to cause a huge accident in a minute. If they get away with it, I will be very impressed. But we're over halfway now anyway.
Car outside, still there.
Oh, just
still there.
Slight little bump of the tires there.
Outside, you're clear.
Get back in the draft. Should have dropped it down into 5th gear, but not to worry. And note, they seem to have made it into the pits, or onto the pit entry, without any problems. This track does catch a lot of drivers out quite a number of occasions. With the bumps, it does catch the AI out especially. They do tend to lose it, especially going through 3 and 4. That was where most of the incidents had taken place in the past. But yeah, this race is usually quite full of cautions. Luckily so far we've only had the one. But as you see on the replay, it was quite a substantial accident anyway. So Radon is now in second place. And looks like we've pulled away yet from the guys behind. Just clipped the grass going into the dogleg. And the cars are slowly trickling their way out of the pits after getting their repairs. We're coming up to the latter stages of the race now. Lap 32 of 50. So again, this race goes by very quickly. Our tyres are slowly starting to go off as well, so keeping it in 5th gear is pretty much ideal. It's the best array of speed that we're going to get through the corners anyway. It looks like we're coming up on a couple of back markers as well. So Hattori has taken second place now, with Radon in third. Oh, and there's the bumps, and another car very slow off the apron. No idea what's happened to him, but everyone seems to be getting around him nice and cleanly at least. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to do that. Sometimes you press the left trigger to look back, and it doesn't connect properly, the little connector inside, so it does tend to do that, like it blips. So yeah, when it does that, I'm not doing that on purpose, it's just the actual controller doing that for me. So, yeah. Yeah, and we're being caught by some of the other guys we've already lapped. And I've lapped everyone now, apparently. So, joy. So it looks like we are going to cruise to our second win of the championship. And you can hear one of the cars in the pits. But still a long, long way to go. We've still got 9 rounds after this one in the championship. And we do return to Texas Motor Speedway for the finale of the season. Edging ever closer to the final 10 laps. And you can tell now that we're losing just a slight little bit of grip. The car does want to slide its way up into the wall. And the tyres are screeching just a little bit. And Hattori has once again taken second place. As we begin lap 41 and 10 laps remain. I don't think we're going to catch up to the other back marker ahead. We are inching ever closer, but I think he's just slightly out of our grasp. But you never know. Oh. And another car very slow off the apron. I think everyone is getting caught out actually on the dog leg. I've noticed a couple of cars, they do they do tend to go a little bit wide and clout the wall as it encroaches onto you. This bit here, the wall just creeps right up, especially if you don't get the line correct. But again, I didn't expect to actually dominate this race. We went into the pits early, the other cars didn't follow me in. If they had done, then yeah, they would have, you know, we would have been on level pegging. So the fact that I went into the pits, they didn't, and they went into the pits as the restart was about to happen. I was up to full speed, I was able to get the advantage. I wasn't going at pace lap speed, so yeah, I jumped everyone pretty much on the gun. And this is the result, but Hattori, very happy for him, getting his second place if he keeps the position from Radon. Six laps remain. And as you can hear, the car just slowly cutting out a little bit. That is because of the damage that we have to the cooling of the car, and we have a car on the inside.
Clear.
Nothing to worry about though. 5 laps remaining. We should get to 4 laps to go next time round.
Damage, we need you in the pit now.
And again, we just tapped the wall. We've lost a lot of the front end downforce. And the steering as well. The tyres have definitely gone off quite a bit, but we have clouted the wall again, but that is not a problem. We are way far ahead of second place regardless. So I'm not going to hold any of these guys up. If they want to go around me, they can.
Outside, you're clear.
But that is the problem, me going wide because of the tyre degradation. 3 laps to go. And we'll stay on the right hand side, so if they want to pass us, because they are faster than us anyway, because they don't have the damage that we do. But no, he's dropped back. Penultimate lap then.
Car outside.
Stay on the apron, let him go past, there we go. And he slows down going into the corner, which I don't understand.
Outside, still there.
But not to worry. White flag, final lap.
The white flag is out. This is the last lap.
Another car slow on the apron. Unusual, but no need to worry about that. We're not going to have to worry about any cautions or anything like that, because we cruise to our second victory of the IndyCar series.
Work. That's a fantastic win.
And we win by a full lap on everyone else. So Hattori's already finished, so is Radon, everyone else now. And Buddy Lazier finished 12 laps down almost. Yeah, so a bit of a weird race, that one. But we get the 52 points. We pretty much led most of the way, and there was an accident at the very end, if you can believe. And AI performance 100%. So we should actually get another trading card for that as well, because that's the first time that we've had the 100% AI performance. That means that the AI are pushing 100%. Sometimes they do slow down a little bit, but no, we got the victory, so yeah, well happy with that. And there we go, congratulations, you won a race with 100% AI. You've just unlocked a gold trading card. Awesome, thank you very much. And yes, our driver is elated with his second victory of the season. A couple of cardboard cutout women there with sashes and someone who I don't even recognise. How the stage is supporting our car, I will never know. And here are the points championships so far. Look at that, Helio Castroneves leads by 2 points after 6 races of 15 this season. Eddie Cheever Jr. with 157, 152 for Jeff Ward, and Sam Hornish Jr. pushes down a little tiny bit into 5th overall with 151 points. So, not too bad. Where are we next time?
The Indy Racing League marks the midpoint of the season by coming here to Pikes Peak International Raceway, a regular fixture on the series calendar since the track's construction in 1997. Called a tri-oval, Pikes Peak is really more of a D shape, with the front straightaway actually being one big corner. This front straightaway has a banking of 7 degrees, leading into 10-degree corners and a 3-degree banking on the backstretch. This makes for fast racing on this track, but with a length of around 1 mile, it also means that there is going to be a lot of lap traffic to deal with. Because of this, the cars run the high downforce short oval wing configuration. Finally, you'll have to contend with the circuit's environment. At nearly a mile above sea level, the air is awfully thin up here, which means that you're going to lose about 600 pounds of downforce and about 100 horsepower from what you're used to. And it's also going to make slipstreaming less effective. So keep this in mind when on the track.
And there we go then, so I will see you in 2 weeks' time for the Pikes Peak Indy 90K. Yeah, so it's going to be a 90-kilometer shootout. And yeah, I'm very happy with that win, although it was a bit anticlimactic, I would guess. But oh well, it all adds to the championship and we're only 2 points behind. So all's well that ends well. So yes, I will leave it here for now. Thank you very, very much for watching as ever. And I will see you in 2 weeks' time for the Pikes Peak Indy 90K. Take care.